Hello and welcome to the 2021 303 Open presented by Discmania. My name is Nick Hanson, and alongside me I have Kyle Harrigan. We are here in Fort Collins, Colorado at the Ultra DiscGolfPark. Kyle, what do you think about this course?
Oh man, I am so excited to be out here today. Avery Jenkins really designed a gem, and Kyle Motti and myself took the course, modified it a little bit to make it this A-tier worthy style. And we've been waiting 2 years to really get out here and take the 303 Open to the next level.
You bet. I would agree. It's one of the better courses on the Front Range. And here today we have our featured card. First up is Eagle McMahon. I would say no introduction needed. His last event here, though, was a second place, so I would say he's really wanting this win.
Absolutely. And joined him, we have Tim Barham, who's coming out on the tour, headed out to see what he can do in Colorado. I'm excited to see him play.
Next up, we have Nate Metzler out of Boulder, Colorado, sponsored by First Flight. One of our local pros here on the Front Range.
Yep, I'm excited to see him as well. And now we have Jonah Carls. This is his second ever disc golf tournament. The first one he won was a A-tier in MA1. He beat out over 80 MA1 competitors to find himself on this feature card here at the 303 Open. I'm excited to see him play.
I'm excited for our round and excited for our featured card. Hole 1 here is 260 feet. It's, I would say, a must-get birdie to start the round. You're going to have multiple options, whether it's a hyzer, an anhyzer, or a straight shot if you're a right-hand player, or even the sidearm.
Absolutely. Averaging 2.77 on the day, we really expect to get out there and attack this hole, and Eagles left himself a little short.
Which I'm really surprised about.
Yeah, he just didn't give it a lot of height to start the round. Maybe a little bit of nerves. You know, Eagles played this event many a times, not at this course necessarily, but this is a big A-tier win he's always wanted in Colorado, I feel.
You bet. I would say Nate took the, more standard route for the hyzer, that higher approach, and then trying to just get in instead of the skip.
Absolutely.
Tim's going to go with the sidearm, which is my approach personally. Nice, easy route. However, there is that OB on the left with the sidewalk and that planter, so a little more to bring into play there on that one.
Absolutely. And Jonah going a little high, a little spiky. He's going to leave himself a circle's edge putt, though, to start his round. So let's see if he can build some confidence and get rolling with it. Ooh. Eagle just leaves it a little short, little left. That was a 45-50 footer to start his round, and he's not going to be thrilled about that.
Good bid, though.
Jonah just misgauged the distance a little on a slight downhill, but that's all right. Got Tim cleaning up a birdie. That was a great drive by him, setting off a good tone for the round and getting that bird to start.
You bet. I think we have Nate next. I would say it should be a tap-in. Looks like he's inside 10 feet.
Yeah, Nate throws that felon really well, and he played that hyzer exactly like it was designed on the hole, and he's happy to start off his round that way.
We've got Eagle tapping in for his par along with Jonah. And we're going to be moving on to hole 2. Hole 2 is going to be another par 3, 420 feet. You're going to have OB on both sides with the fence and the sidewalk. I would say the typical route is either a sidearm or the turnover for the right-hand player. But a very tough hole, right, Kyle?
Yeah, it's averaging above par at 3.35, so it's definitely bit some of the players on the course today. And it's got a lot of danger, and the trick is getting overly aggressive on the hole because you have to really put the OB in play to give yourself a chance at the birdie. Tim's going with that turnover shot, which just leaves him a little left from the look of it, but I think he's going to be just outside of circle 1 on that putt.
Yeah, so it looked like that was either, if that wasn't the play, it was at least a good shot to have a chance at birdie, but also be very safe.
Nate catches some early tree, but it knocked him down and into the fence, and that's probably best case scenario for him.
Definitely. Hopefully easy up and down. Eagle going with the sidearm.
Doesn't like it. And that's why. Right off the sidewalk. That's the big danger with the sidearm. You really have to commit to throwing it over that fence and know it's going to carry back. And he's going to be looking at probably a circle 1 attempt at par at least.
You bet. Jonah here playing it about halfway down the fairway and laying up for his 3. Not a bad play. I'm sure he wanted a little more off that tee, but
accept it, move on. He's still gaining some strokes on the field. He gave it a solid bid, though. Just caught the right side.
Great half bid.
Yeah. Tim looking at just outside the circle. Solid putt, left side in the chains. Great way to start your round. 2 for 2. I like it.
Nice.
We got the CTP disc instant replay. And 2 for 2 to start. He's going to feel good. That's going to be a big confidence booster because the scoring 9 is this front 9.
I agree. That's almost a stroke on the field there for him. That's a great way to start your round here in Colorado.
Absolutely. And discussing Eagles placement, he's going to be looking at a 25-footer at best. Save the par.
Yep. Par. Move on.
Yep. Nothing wrong with that.
Jonah's going to tap in his. Nate should tap in his as well. And we're not going to have any bogeys there, so our card played it 1 under. So that's pretty good.
I would say so. And these gentlemen, although maybe frustrated with a par, you still beat the field. There are a lot of gentlemen here who wish they had that par.
You bet. On to hole 3 here is going to be a par 3, 395 feet. You're going to have this OB line on the right-hand side, and then you're going to have that OB fence on the left. It's going to be a little bit uphill, and then you're going to have those trees, so it's significantly uphill if you're trying to throw over them. It's going to be a high hyzer that fades back in. That's going to be the optimal route for the right-hand backhand, I would say. So let's see what these gentlemen do.
Tim playing it really in a good way. He may think it ended up a little left from the look of his body language, but he's going to be looking at a putt for birdie and really an optimal spot. Getting right past that roadway puts you in within 30 feet.
I think he's inside the circle, yeah.
Absolutely.
So he should have another birdie there, looking for at 3 for 3.
Nate going a very similar route. Looks like he's throwing something a little more overstable, but he's pushing a little further, and that looked close.
Really close.
Yeah, I like
it. So it looked a little inside from this angle, but another one that's inside the circle, I would say.
Yeah. Eagle on a pure hyzer. And all right. Like 15 feet.
On the spike hyzer at 400 feet.
Why would you need to throw it any different? Jonah playing a good route, but it doesn't look like it's pushed out enough, and he's caught that early pine. That's really the trouble on this hole, is hitting an early tree.
Yeah, that is not where you want to be. You need to get past this row, and he's gonna have, wow, it looks like a great out. It's gonna give him that chance at 3, so.
Jonah's got a little bit of an ultimate background, if I understand correctly, so that explains that kind of toss he just pulled there. And he's put himself with a good opportunity to clean it up. Nate walking away with a birdie, which is a great 2 on this hole.
Oh, Tim.
Just a little low out of the hand. He's not losing a ton on the field, but
he wants that one after your start.
Yep. That was a chance to go perfect through 3. Eagle looking at 15 feet. After a pure hyzer at 395, that's pretty good.
This should be a drop-in.
Yep. Nice job, Eagle. Way to take that birdie. Picking up a stroke on the field. Love to see it. Tim just going to clean it up.
And we're going to move on to hole 4. So 2 birdies and 2 pars. And once again, we're under par. Hole 4 here is a par 4. It's our first one of the day, 777 feet. You're really going to want to throw it to this fence line first and then you're going to have another long upshot. However, once this fence hits, you're going to start going uphill again. And so your upshot is going to be blind. And this is a really tough upshot, I would say, Kyle.
Absolutely. It's the elevation that makes this entire hole tricky. It's up, down, up, down. And you were looking for placement for your next shot. We're not going to see any 2s on the hole on the day, I don't think, unless you got a big throw in. But these gentlemen are looking to push it as far up the fairway so they can see the basket on their approach. And that's going to be your trick.
Yeah, you're going to be looking at, I would say, about 300 or so from that incline. So you really don't want to be having a run-up on an incline with that distance, I would say.
I would agree. Unless you've got Eagle power. No matter where Eagle puts it, he's going to have the power to get to the basket in his next throw. And he's playing the more popular route, which is going to be out on the right-hand side. He's going to give himself some relatively flat footing from where he landed. And he's got a choice of a hyzer or a sidearm into the green, and that's a great play for him.
Yeah, so he threw all the way to the right where it's flat. And, that's really unless you are trying to throw it over 525,
Yep.
that's the place to be.
Absolutely. Tim turned it a little. He's going to have some tricky footing. It's going to be slightly uphill over there, but he's going to have a look into the green with something with either a turnover or sidearm. I'm interested to see where he goes after that. Jonah yanked that really far right, though. If he can get over the hill, he didn't. He's going to have a decision to make at this point and how aggressive he wants to attack the pin. There's a lot of pines that are going to be in front of him.
He's got that horse pit on the right as well.
Yeah.
Looks like he just played safe.
I think that was a good call. He can pitch up from there, get his par, which is a 4. It's a tough green to access from where he was at. Tim trying to turn it over. I don't know that he has enough. It came out early.
Looks like it's fading. Oh,
he just slid OB. That's unfortunate. That wasn't a terrible play. It just leaked early on him.
And I would say we might see some of that because I would say he's not used to his disc up here.
Absolutely. They're coming from a lower elevation tournament. The Dynamic Disc Open was just a couple weeks ago, and they're now here in Colorado, and we're 4,000 feet higher.
It's a big change if you've never done it yourself.
Absolutely.
To understand how they're going to fly, especially at the end of their flight.
Yep. And Eagle just left that a little short on the approach. Jonah's going to have himself a look to just get up and down. A little long, but 15-footer at most.
Yeah, that'll do.
Tim has a chance to save par. He's probably looking at 50, 60 feet here.
Good run.
Yeah, not a bad play.
Unfortunate bogey, but tapped in, move on.
This whole average 4.3 on the day. So it got a lot of the field, but it's something you want to walk away with that par on.
Yeah, I would say there wasn't many threes at all.
Nothing that comes to mind right
And
here.
not a ton of double bogeys or worse.
Nope.
So.
I mean, I did, but that doesn't matter. Tim in with his bogey. Eagle and Nate with the par. Nothing to be ashamed of on that. We're on to hole number 5.
All right, hole number 5 is a 425-foot par 3. You're going to have some uphill action at the end there, and then it's going to go to flat. As long as you can get to that flat, you're going to have a putt from inside circle 2. And most players are just going to be throwing that hyzer. It's pretty wide open.
Yeah, not a lot of danger on the hole, especially with the minimal wind that we had on this day. Just don't turn it over and don't over hyzer it. Don't put it too high. And this hole average is 2.8 on the day. These gentlemen are looking to park it. And Nate, I love the line, but never mind. It almost crashed the basket. That looked like it was a little left. My perception was wrong.
So he is on, I would say today.
I would say so. Eagle going, I think, the Eagle route, but it doesn't look like it's going to carry enough. Okay, he's at 25 feet. That's Eagle range. That's no problem.
Jonah here with the backhand. Looks like it's going to be a little left and a little short.
He's just crested the hill, though, so he's looking at a 35-footer, which isn't bad.
So all of our players going with that backhand hyzer route.
Yep. It's the safer route. And Tim's looking about the same as Jonah. I guess a little longer, but this is probably about 35, 40 feet.
A little short, a little right.
Yep. That's all right, though. Jonah giving it a very similar bid. A little higher get, but it just kind of dropped out of the air. Eagle's closer than I thought he was. Great putt.
About 20 feet.
Yep.
Pure hyzer all the way to the basket.
Just perfect. Just like we expect from Eagle. And we got Nate, who outdrove the basket and gets the birdie.
A little deep. Putt goes in, though, again.
Yep.
So.
Nate looks like he's feeling good today. He's attacking this front nine the way I would want to be attacking it. Get those scores low early so you can afford those pars that are going to come later on during your round.
Yeah, the front nine is definitely the nine that we're going to attack or try to be more aggressive with the type of holes that are on the back nine.
Absolutely. Everybody else just cleaning up for the par. There we go.
And we're on to hole 6. Hole 6 is my favorite hole on the course. It's going to be a tight tunnel shot that is 375 feet. Low ceiling, a little uphill at the end, like a lot of our shots. And it's a very, very rewarding too.
It sure is, and as Nick said, I will reiterate, it is also my favorite hole in the entire course. It is one of the most challenging holes, but you can access this green with a perfectly executed shot, and I'm excited to see how a couple of these gentlemen really go after it. We have Nate leading the charge on the hole. We got this low ceiling early, but if you get past this, you have the opportunity to do what Nate just did.
And that's about perfect.
Yeah, and we're going to get a CTP disc shot tracker because that was perfect execution for this hole.
The flip up to flat and then hyzer back for the backhand, right-hand backhand player is the line.
He didn't even have to use the fence, and that's what we'll see a lot of times used to stop these shots. He put it so perfect. Eagle a little low, got some skip, but he's going to be under a pine, it looks like, and it's going to be easy to pitch up, take your par, but birdie might be out of the question.
Looks like Jonah's going to throw a similar line, shorter though, so you've got to find that middle ground between the limbs and the ground to get all the way up there to the basket.
Absolutely. Tim going a little higher early, and that's the danger. He caught the tree. He's on the fence line though, but he bit off a huge chunk of distance, so he hasn't lost that ability to get up and down for his par. But he's obviously not thrilled because he was looking to park it. Ooh.
Jonah with an errant upshot there, probably left himself at least 60, I would say.
Yeah, that tree is not close. Tim's pin high, little left, about 20-footer.
Not happy about it, but 3's good.
Well, Eagle's never out of the question to run a putt, even if it's 70 feet, whatever it is. Oh, he's still out, though. Get it, Eagle. That was confident.
Yeah. It looked like almost like a mad putt, how hard it hit.
Absolutely. He wanted that 2 on the hole, but you know what? Taking your 3, that's okay. Nate puts it in. We must have missed Jonah's first putt attempt at the basket, because I think he was outside of all these other guys.
Yeah, we got Tim cleaning up here.
Yeah. We'll see what the score shows. Jonah guy's bogey, so yeah, we missed his approach from that. On to hole 7.
So hole 7 here for the tournament, we played it from the parking lot to add a little difficulty, so that way you had to throw over the fence here. But you're gonna have the fenced-in area on the right, the road on the left and behind for your OB, and it's really, a placement shot and a must get. It's very tight, but it's not very long.
No, you have a decision to make early. Are you going for it, or are you just going to play really safe? And Nate is going for it on a great hyzer line, beat the fence, 5-footer.
Under the basket.
Yep.
He's on fire today, folks.
Yeah, absolutely. Eagle's going with, I think, one of the more popular routes with the sidearm play. If it can get off the grass. He just trickled OB. This grass does not give you any skips, and it just held him out.
Yeah, he might have been going for the road skip there to skip all the way back in bounds.
If Tim can push deep enough, he might be able to get... Oh, never mind. That looked really far right out of his hand, and it's closer than Nate.
Yeah, he was waving that thing back left, so...
Yep. Jonah is going to beat the fence. It's low enough to just stick in the grass. And, wow, 3 phenomenal drives on the hole. And Eagle, the one that's out.
He's not going to be happy about this.
No. He cleaned it up for the bogey, but this is one that you really want on the field. The shot is not hard to execute off the tee. It's just avoiding the OB.
As you saw from these 3 players, they all put it within 10 feet. It's a birdie hole for the entire pro field.
Absolutely. 2.85 was the average on the day. And hole 8.
This is a tough one. It's a new one to this layout. It's a par 4, 540 feet. You're going to have OB left and right the entire way. Most players are going to try and bite off about half the fairway and then throw an approach to the green here. You could go for it with a turnover or a sidearm for the right-hand player, but it's not easy.
OB left, OB right. I'm looking at it as a placement shot. We've got some distance on a couple of these gentlemen. Oh, I think he got back safe.
I think that trickled in bounds, yeah.
He's fortunate. The right side of that ditch is where the OB line is, and it looks like he trickled just into it. Tim playing, I think, one of the more conventional routes on the hole. Put yourself out in the fairway. Give yourself an approach like with the hyzer.
Yeah, there's a huge range of area that you can land to then have a good, shorter approach.
Absolutely. I love where Jonah put it. He's going to be even closer. It should just be a pitch up of the putter at that point, but I bet Eagle's going for it. Is that fair? No?
Looks like
he's placing it. Stay. He just catches the right side of that ditch, stays in bounds. And that's all right, though. That's Eagle range. He could throw it in.
We got Tim here throwing out over the out of bounds. Gonna be a little deep, but should be inside the circle.
Yeah, it looks like it's gonna be all right. Nate, 10 feet, he'll be fine. He's gonna walk away with the birdie. This hole is averaging 3.59 on the day, so kind of a little bit of a tweener if you ask me. And I said it was Eagle range. I was gonna do it. But now he's behind a pine tree, a scraggly pine tree that you can work through, but it's not going to be a fun putt from the looks of it.
And that was 100% a run from that thing.
No question. He's got a little more visibility from the looks of it, but he's still got some branches on that right side. And that's why he missed that.
Ugh.
Yeah, that's not great.
When the hole is playing at 3.5, he is not happy about par.
Yep.
Tim tapping in his birdie.
Yep. Nice job, Tim.
Good uphill putt there.
Oh, you can see the frustration from Eagle. 1 down through 8. We've got 1 hole left, and he's 5 back of Nate on the card in front of him. So, all right, well. Nice job, Jonah.
He made that for par, I'm pretty sure. And here we are on hole 9, par 3, 385 feet. You're going to have OB right and left, and the planter up here on your left is all OB. The right-hand player is typically throwing a flat to hyzer shot, and it's going to be uphill at the end, so it's a little deceiving on the length, I would say. So we're going to see probably some players come up short about circle's edge, I would say.
I would think so. The uphill is a little trickier than you think on the hole, and Nate looks like he's taking the route, but it looks a little low to get the distance. We didn't see where it landed, but I'm guessing that's just outside the circle too.
Tim throwing the high hyzer, which is good. It's going to get him further, hopefully. And
oh, yeah.
There we are.
That was perfect.
Under the basket.
Great distance from Tim. Jonah. A little right. Just missed the branches. He should be able to land in bounds. Yep.
Easy up and down for him.
Easy up and down. He probably has a safe bid out of the hole, too. Eagle looks like he grabbed an MD3 from the looks of it, but I'm not 100% positive.
Pushing good.
And he's long. That was phenomenal. Yeah, that should be an easy 2 for Eagle, I hope.
Jonah here with...
Just off the cage, a little low.
Good run, though, from the kid.
Yeah, absolutely. Nate with an awesome 2. And a CTP disc instant replay.
Never a doubt.
Great putt. That had to have been a 40-footer at minimum. And that was just confident in the basket. Oh, he's happy about it.
He loves it.
Eagle to take his 2. No question out of his hands. Nice birdie, Eagle. Ooh, we've had a lot of excitement on this front 9.
It's been a good front 9 here. Tim is going to drop this birdie in to finish out his front 9.
That's one of the best drives I've seen on the hole. That was phenomenal from him.
Inside 6 to 8 feet, you'd say?
From the looks of it, there was no question about that putt when he walked up to it.
We got Jonah dropping in for par, and that's going to finish our 9. We're through 9 holes on the feature card of the 2021 303 Open. Kyle, I want to thank you for joining us, and anything you'd like to wrap us up with?
No, man, I think this was a phenomenal round. I'm excited to see the back nine and see how these gentlemen attack it and see if these birdies will hold up for them.
You bet. And we'll catch y'all on the back nine as well.